Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you all are doing great. So, after ages, we finally got a long weekend. Thanks to Labor Day on Monday, we have 3 days to relax and have some fun. Last night, we decided to plan a trip to Coromandel, Tauranga and Rotorua. So, we booked 2 Airbnbs for the weekend and plan to head back to Auckland on Monday. Right now, we are in Thames, taking a quick break. Our first stop is Coromandel, which is about 55 kilometers from here. The drive is absolutely stunning with beautiful beaches off the left side of the road, but just a heads up, the road is quite narrow and widening, so drive carefully. A couple of hours into the drive, we stopped by a beach for coffee. We had bought coffee packets from Pack and Save, so I made some for us. It's always handy to carry snacks and essentials on trips like this because finding shops can be tricky sometimes. So, after a little rest, we got back on the road. The scenery was gorgeous with so many perfect spots to stop and admire nature. Initially, we planned to visit the Coromandel coastal walkway, but guess what? I think the weather had other plans. It started pouring while we were driving there. So, we decided to switch things up and head to Hot Water Beach instead, which was about 75 kilometers away. When we got there, it was super quiet, probably because of the bad weather. The sea was a bit rough and there were some safety notices at the entrance. Hot Water Beach is famous for its hot springs, so you can dig a hole in the sand and find out water underneath. We saw a few kids doing that. We spent a couple of hours there, walking around and taking photos like that. It's such a clean and beautiful place. A quick reminder, please do not leave any trash behind when visiting these lovely spots. Since the weather wasn't great, we decided to head to our Airbnb near Tauranga. This place was amazing. It's on a farm and the drive to the house was so pretty. We think it's a vineyard because there were some grape plants everywhere. When we arrived, our host welcomed us warmly and handed us the keys. They even had a dog named Daisy who was super friendly. Our room was cozy, clean and well prepared. There was a mini fridge, a microwave and even some chocolates there. It was such a nice touch. The next morning, we headed to Tauranga's Pilot Bay Beach to park the car and start our hike up Mount Manuganoi. We saw amazing Google reviews about this hike, so we had to check it out. It is about a 3 to 5 kilometer hike round trip, and you can choose your track based on how much time you have. So we decided to go for the longest route. The views were stunning. At the start of the hike, we even stopped a seal on the beach. As we climbed higher, the sea views got even better. The summit was breathtaking, and it took us around 2 hours to reach it. We spent some time soaking in the view, snapping photos like that, then headed back down for lunch. On the way, we saw some sheep grazing. They were adorable, but we kept a safe distance. After the hike, we visited Kayati Falls. We found it on Google and it did not disappoint. It was absolutely gorgeous. If you are a waterfall lover, you will enjoy this spot. During the rainy season, I bet it's even more impressive. Next, we stopped by McLaren Falls. This area is so peaceful with a small animal park and a river and camping spots. We had a little picnic by the river before exploring the park. The animal park was about $15 per person with an extra fee if you wanted to feed the animals. It was closing soon, so we only had 30 minutes to look around, but it was worth it. After a long day, we reached our next Airbnb. It was cozy, clean, and perfect for relaxing after all the walking and exploring. On day 3, we headed to Rotorua. We are running low on fuel, so it's time to fill up. Let's do it safely. Before taking a long drive, we usually check our car's condition because it can be hard to find help if something goes wrong. The drive from Tauranga to Rotorua is gorgeous with amazing views along the way. Our first stop was Okere Falls and Tutti Falls. These waterfalls are stunning and we even saw some people rafting there. It reminded us of Kitulgala in Sri Lanka, which is also famous for rafting. At the bottom of one of the waterfalls, we found a small cave and explored it. Briefly, it was so cool. Next, we went to Hell's Gate. This geothermal park is similar to Craters of the Moon in Taupo, but we wanted to check it out. Tickets were $45 per person and we got a map to guide us through the park. The smell of sulfur was strong, but the geothermal activity was fascinating. Craters, bubbling mud pools, and even a hot waterfall. After the exploring Hell's Gate, we stopped at Skyline Rotorua for the gondola and luge rides. We got a package with 3 luge rides for around $79 per person. We had a similar experience in Singapore, but I bet this is an even better one. We got off the gondola and headed straight to the luge as it started to drizzle. The first thing we needed to do was find a helmet. Some helmets even had GoPro mounts, and luckily we found one. The luge tracks were so much fun. We took the longest ones and had an absolute blast. Just remember, you need both hands to control the luge, so we used a GoPro to capture the experience. With the weather turning bad again, we decided to head back to Auckland. On the way, I was craving Sri Lankan food, but sadly no restaurant were open. We ended up at Indian restaurant for lunch, which was still a great choice. And that's a wrap on our long weekend trip. Hope you enjoy coming along with us. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.